What's up, Ragin Nation? How's it going? This is Alex, and you're watching the TF Movie Show. This is just a web series. We're talking about the Transformers live-action movie franchise. It's episode number 72, and in this episode, I want to do a recap on all the news and announcements surrounding the Transformers movie franchise, specifically Transformers Beast Alliance. And like I said before in the previous episodes, this is just a working title for the film, but I actually hope that they go with Transformers Beast Alliance as their official title because I really like the sound of it. I like the sound of Beast Alliance. It suggests that there's an alliance going on. And if I had to guess who is alliancing with who, it's the Autobots making an alliance with the Maximals, the Beast Autobots. I think that's really, really cool. A lot of people didn't think about that. They just thought of Beast Alliance, oh, it's a Beast Wars movies. Who cares? But keep in mind that this is a follow-up to the previous film, which is Bumblebee. Bumblebee was took place in the 80s. This one takes place in the 90s. This upcoming film, Transformers 7, takes place in the 90s. It's a follow-up. There's no Haley Steinfeld, but we're going to have new characters, and that's what we're here to talk about because it's already been announced. We have our two lead casts. It is Anthony Ramos and Dominic Fishback. Originally, Kiki Lane's name was mentioned as well, but she's not part of it. She and Dominic Fishback were actually going for the same role. The role went to Dominic Fishback, and it was announced on their social media. Stephen Caple Jr. put the photos of the two main leads together, and then of course Deadline reported it as well. So very, very exciting stuff. And I just remembered that Dominic Fishback was actually in Project Power with Jamie Foxx, and I just recently watched Liam Neeson's second latest film, not the recent one. The recent one's Marksman, but then there was another film called An Honest Thief, and Anthony Ramos was in that. That's actually the first time I've seen either actors, so I'm actually looking forward to seeing them in it. Not because I really like these actors, it's because I want to see fresh new faces. You know what I'm saying? As much as I really liked Charlie's character, played by Haley Steinfeld, her journey is over. As you already know, when you watch Bumblebee, you know that by the end of the movie, it's already established that she goes her separate ways and they need to say goodbye to each other. So it's time for some fresh new faces. I'm really, really excited about that. And what's also very exciting is, of course, we're already excited about this next Transformers film, but then we also want to know that the franchise is going to keep on going. First of all, of course it's going to keep on going. We already know this. This goes without saying. Whether it's official or unofficial, it doesn't matter. The fact is that these big movies, whether it's Star Wars or Marvel or DC films or whatever, Mission Impossible, Fast and Furious, they keep on going until they end. Okay, maybe Fast and Furious will end, but in any case, these big franchises will keep on going because there's other stories to tell that doesn't revolve around the same actors. Essentially, these are about these characters from cartoons, comic books. You know what I'm saying? So in this case, Transformers is all about the Transformers. However, they're going to keep on going with the stories because Anthony Ramos, when he was doing a interview with Fat Joe, in his the Fat Joe show, he actually mentioned that he signed on for a multi-picture deal. So get used to seeing Anthony Ramos because he's pretty much going to be the next Shia LaBeouf. And by that, I don't mean he's going to be the next Shia LaBeouf because he's a little bit of a whack job right now. But I mean that he's going to be the next character in this franchise that has his own set of films in this franchise. So stay tuned for that. We're going to get more Transformers films, but not only that, Anthony Ramos' character, I'm not sure what his name is yet. He's going to be in the next couple of them because he signed on for them. Now, the thing is that whether or not they end up making them with him doesn't mean that, just because he signed on for, let's say, 3 or 4 pictures, doesn't mean he's going to get 3 or 4 pictures. It just means that should they decide to make 3 or 4 pictures with his character involved, he's obligated to be on it contractually and legally, all right? So there you have it. But what else is going on in the franchise? Well, some pretty big things because, well, we have Transformers Beast Alliance, working title, happening next year in summer of 2022. But what about that animated film, the animated Cybertron prequel? Well, it turns out that that film is actually coming in, let's see here, 2023. We don't know exactly when, but the animated Cybertron prequel, directed by Toy Story 4 director Josh Cooley, is actually coming out in 2023. So check that out. So we had Bumblebee in 2018. 4 years later, or actually 3.5 years later, because Bumblebee came out in December, we're getting Transformers Beast Alliance, which is the 7th film, in summer of 2022. The year after that, we're getting the animated Cybertron prequel in 2023. Now keep in mind there is another film, a 9th film, because Beast Alliance is film 7. The animated film is film number 8. And now there's film number 9. That means there will have been 9 Transformers films, and that is coming out in, let me see here. Hold on one second. That one, I'm guessing it's coming out in 2024. Because they're talking about it in 2021. And for those that have forgotten, this one is from Marco Ramirez. Okay, Marco Ramirez, and he's the writer behind this one. And Angel Manuel Soto is set to direct that film, Transformers 9. So we have a whole bunch of films set up for the next couple of years. The thing is that I don't believe that Anthony Ramos is a part of this one, because we don't even know what the story is for Beast Alliance yet. So I think this is something entirely separate, and they're doing what Marvel is doing, and that is creating a whole bunch of separate stories. They're all connected in the same universe, but these are separate stories. And then I think in 2025, 2026, that's where we're going to have Transformers 10 starring Anthony Ramos, where we continue his story. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's what's going to happen. So once again, Transformers Beast Alliance in 2022, animated Cybertron prequel in 2023, Angel Manuel Soto's Transformers 9 in 2024, and then Beast Alliance 2 in either 2025 or 2026. All right, so we have the next couple of years is stacked, because at least we don't have a big gap between Transformers films. Like, remember when the gap between Dark of the Moon and Age of Extinction and The Last Night, there was a 3-year gap, and then there's a 3.5-year gap between Bumblebee and Transformers Beast Alliance. There's not going to be that gap anymore. Now it's just going to be like, okay, next year we're getting a new one. Next year we're getting a new one. So I think that's really, really cool, and I think that's a really good timeline for this new reboot of Transformers, if you will, because essentially they're doing something very, very different. I'm really excited about it. I'm just glad to see, Transformers back in action. The production is back in action. Oh, speaking of production, they should be starting production very shortly, perhaps even next week. And by that, I don't mean principal photography. By that, I mean production. You know what I'm saying? Like, as in Anthony Ramos is going to start, doing all the whatever is involved, whether it's script readings, table readings, preparing for the stunts, preparing for the scenes, all that stuff. Principal photography is not going to take place till much later on. I think like next month, like in June. It's already end of May now. So yeah, okay, I guess it's happening soon, but they're doing prep for that. So that's going to be happening. Montreal, the studios are all getting ready to shoot. So that is going to be happening pretty soon. Very, very exciting. They're going to be shooting in sound stages as well as in the city, which is going to be doubling for New York, standing in for New York rather. And then in September, October, they're going to move over to South America, specifically. Where did they say they were going? Was it Brazil? I can't remember. Somewhere in South America. But I do know that. I do believe that it's going to be in the jungles, You know, the jungles where there's a lot of beasts. Anyways, that's all I got to say in this episode. Thank you so much for watching. I want you to leave a comment below if you want to share your thoughts. And thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Peace.